5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This goes back to the early days of 1971 when I was working as a staff member here at Camp Lutherlyn. And when we came up for camp training, Pastor Steiner came to me and said, on week 10 we're doing a model rocketry camp and we want you to lead it. And so I said, I don't know anything about model rocketry. And he said, see, I've given you all summer to learn. And that's how it started. And by the time I got to week 10 of that year, which was the first rocketry camp, I had exactly 3 launches more than the kid that came that was a total novice and didn't know anything about it. So that's how it started.
Oh, well, I started actually as a junior camper. So my brother went the year before I came. I was a second grader at the time, and he came back from camp and he loved it. And so I, as an astute third grader, decided that it would be perfect for me. And so I went to camp actually, and I totally loved it myself and got hooked on it and continued in rocketry every single year as a camper all the way till I was an adult. What do I do now? Well, now I fly back from Arizona once a year to help run the rocketry program. I'm actually a nurse by training, so I'm an ER, an emergency room nurse, and I do a lot of rock climbing and climbing guiding down in Tucson, Arizona.
All right, so my involvement with this is that my son came to the rocketry camp for, I want to say it was about 3 years. And one of the traditions that came away from that was that on the 4th of July, we would go over to the local schoolyard and launch rockets. And after the couple 3 years of doing rocketry, he went on to venture. And I still had an interest in rocketry and kind of dabbled in it a little bit here and there. And then the one year, Dick couldn't do it, so they asked Dwayne to run rocketry, and he needed some help, so they asked me to help with Dwayne, and I've been doing it since, as far as being a helper with rocketry.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so for about 25 years, we've been giving a Cornerstone Award every summer to volunteers who have contributed to the ministry of Lutherlyn. And Dick actually got it once already in, I believe, the year 2000 for his service in leading model rocketry. And so this year we thought, because of the 50th anniversary of model rocketry, it would just be great to give it to Dick and Gear and George as our trio of leaders for model rocketry camp. They do a lot of work. It's not just the 2 weeks of rocketry camp, but it's also the preparation and making sure we have everything we need and the campers are ready for the launches, and they're just so good at it and contribute so much to Lutherlyn's ministry that they are so deserving of this honor.
Well, a Melvin is when the igniter burns, but the engine doesn't catch.
Here we go. Keep an eye on this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the way that started was when I had a kid in one of my homeroom classes. I was a teacher, and we went out at last day of school and we were shooting some rockets. And I was using my ancient Super 8 movie camera to take some pictures of what was going on. And when Melvin, actually his name, came up to launch his rocket, what happened was we had a big puff of smoke and the niter clips fell off of the rocket and nothing happened. No launch. Well, I was showing that film. I was showing that when we started camp, and I started the Camp Lutherlyn rocket camp, and I was saying, here, you don't want to be like poor Melvin. And I ran the film, and of course the igniter clips went bloop. And so that night when we were up at the launch pad, somebody's rocket did exactly that. And some wise kid in the back hollered out, "Melvin!" That's how it started.
Hi there, my name is Melvin Smith. Yes, the Melvin. And it's disappointing that that's how my legacy is to be remembered for all these years. Just kidding. My name's Alan Freed, and I'm actually Dick Freed's nephew. And it's been great having an uncle who's the rocket man, a famous rocket man in the business and the family. And I know that everybody who has ever come through rocketry camp has memories that, like I do, that will last an entire lifetime.
That's not one of them, Jack. Get another parachute, right?
So it was 1971, first rocketry camp, and as always, we took pictures of the camping group, and we had our rockets with us for lunch. Brought them all in, sat them on the table, but one of the kids had a great idea to put it on his finger, and it got stuck. And Dick was not happy with me when that happened, and just, 10-year-old being stupid, but managed to get it off, got it launched, and seems to have worked out okay.